Chelsea would be our main challengers, and they're now above Arsenal. But I think that you recognise both are 6 points behind us, both are a challenger. I just have that slight preference for Chelsea, really, because I think their fixtures list is a wee bit easier. But they've got to come to Old Trafford, and that's not going to be easy for them. But no, I think looking behind you is not a bad thing to do with our experience.
Does the fact that you've seen them as they've always seen them as making some challenges make the meltdown even more incredible? Because they got perhaps 11 points from 30 on in Alton. I mean, does it make the sort of blip there all the more extraordinary justice?
Well, we all get blips in the season, you know, that the time that when they were odds on at one point for the Premier League, and they hit that blip as you were talking about. We credit to us, we took advantage of that.
Is that because teams like Manchester United and Chelsea have done course and distance and they've got lots of final?
Well, I think looking at it through them, I think Chelsea have far more experience than Arsenal. Far more experience, strong team, strong experience, you know, that I think that's the difference between the two teams. I think Arsenal are better footballers, but I think Chelsea are the stronger team.
Alex, there's a lot of talk about stress on managers with what's happened with Gerrard and the health issues. How do you deal with that stress? Obviously this is relaxing. But
Look. Nah, I mean, I say this time and time again, you have to pay attention to your health when you get older. It doesn't come without penalties. Sometimes some mornings you wake up with aches and pains and you worry what it is. And I say it sometimes, say to my doctor, say, I've got a pain here, I've got a pain there. He says, it's your age, you're growing old. But that's what happens, you see, and you hope you can keep your health. And you know that obviously modern nutrition and lifestyles have meant people live longer, obviously. But it doesn't guarantee you complete health all your life. You know that you'll have some. I had a pacemaker put in, of course, 7 years I think ago. 7 years ago I think it was. And so therefore that was the first indication that your body's not working the same as it was 20 years ago.
But are there any occupations that are as
Oh yeah, I'm sure there is. I think it's the dealing with stress. I mean, I've always said this, that sometimes people feel pressure getting an electricity bill. Depends on what state of life you're in and what your conditions in life are. So the dealing with stress is always there for everyone in different ways, and how you deal with it, yeah, it does make a difference.
Just sort of football of the year. Is it another? Do you know at the moment? Scott Parker's just converted.
All right.
Football of the year.
Scott Parker. Well, he's certainly done a good job at West Ham, there's no doubt about that. He's probably the player who's driven them on and motivated them to be where they are and still get a chance of staying up. I mean, they've got a mountain to climb now, but of course they've got to go to Chelsea tomorrow. Is it tomorrow the game? Yeah, they've got to go to Chelsea tomorrow. But he has been the driving force of that West Ham team. I don't think there's any doubt about that. I think that in a way that I think it's good to recognise the good pros in the game. You know, sometimes, I mean, I remember when we won the treble, David Ginola got it, and he was a nice player, don't get me wrong, I don't have nothing against David Ginola at all, but I thought it was an insult to Manchester United, you know, that couldn't have one player had a better season than David Ginola, you know. But it's when you pick it, you know, you suppose at the time when they picked David Ginola, we still had 4 games to go and might have won nothing with those 4 games to go. So I think it's nice to recognise a real, not out of the celebrity clubs in the Premier Division, the teams that are always getting the publicity like United and Arsenal and Liverpool and Chelsea and Tottenham, to give it to a real good pro. I think it's a good step forward.